Hello everyone, welcome back to Knock on the Coffin lid. Last time we finally had a good run with Bjorn. So today we're gonna try Vanadis? Vanadis? I don't know how to pronounce it. We're gonna go hardcore. We're gonna see what the new character is all about. I'm gonna skip the animation. And then we're gonna probably get some lore, and I'm not gonna pay much attention. We start with 200 gold, that's more. 40 HP is so little.
Separately from Ingvar, and that you wouldn't find my grave. Your plan was, but it worked out in the best way possible.
Certainly, because you were part of his retinue. No one.
He fooled both the dwarves and the elves. He thought he'd outsmarted everyone.
You knew how it would end.
I chose.
Alright. Let's see what we got. So, we have Blow to the Heart, deal 5 damage. If there is a breach on the target, inflict 5 bleeding. And then it has another side, interesting. Okay. Deal 10 damage and gain 1 block for each connection. And then it goes back to the other side. Okay. So they have a bunch of different sides. I assume they spend different energy from the looks of it. One's like an arrowhead, one's like a beast. Seems like maybe they have a beast, potentially? Huh. So, one does 2 piercing damage, one does 6 damage, just generally. Piercing damage increases piercing damage for each pierce. So if we put pierce on the enemies, we'll be good. Gain 1 connection, enhances the cards with connections, fair enough. we saw over here, we could have gain 1 block for each connection, so that's just a stat. That lets us scale. Alright, I'm not quite sure how this works, but we will figure it out. Apparently we're an archer that knows what we're doing. Let us find out what's over here to the right. 40 HP, not a lot. Okay. The pet doesn't lose block. If the pet takes damage, all allies restore 5 health, summon the boar, and grant him 1 block per connection. Press on the summoner button near energy to summon a pet onto the battlefield. Okay, so I assume that's this. But if we get connection first, and we have 5 energy to start with. If we do this, and then we press on the summon build, oh, we just get the pet straight away. And they have taunt. Okay, and then block doesn't disappear at the start of turn. Upon dying, the pet is unavailable for 2 turns, and then recalls for a turn. And we have multiple charges of the pet. Fascinating. So we get block, deal 10 damage, but we can't do that. And the energy that both the pet and her have is shared. Now, we're taunting, so the pet's guaranteed to take the damage. And they're just never gonna do anything. So we got a pet pig. That's kind of cool. We can gain strength. It only affects the pig. This is good, though. I mean, deal 5 damage. Pet gains 2 strength until the end of the turn. And then we can deal 13 damage, which is actually 19 damage, and then we win. Easy peasy. Oh. Okay, so every card is going to have another side that is also on the pet. We're going to control the pet every fight. The pet's going to tank for us, which is why we have so little HP. And if the pet dies, we're probably going to be sad because they'll be unavailable for 2 turns, and we'll have to survive outside of that. Maybe we'll want some cards with evade. We'll see. If the enemy has 10 breach, gain 1 energy. How do we put breach on the enemy? Okay, deals 5 piercing damage. If no damage is dealt, draw a jab. Okay. I mean, that's not bad if we have to deal with other stuff. Okay. Deal 4 damage, inflict 4 burning. Okay, so we can actually inflict burning on the enemy and then deal 4 damage, inflict 1 frostbite. Oh boy. Deal 5 damage if no health damage is dealt, draw a jab. Okay, let's take the piercing damage and try to make piercing work. That's where I'm at right now. So we're gonna come to a pool, but we have different options. Yeah, the questionable consequences of having drink. At the end of the turn, lose 1 HP per the last battle. Uh, oh, the boar drank up the poison, and then it covered her. So that was just bad. that was that was just bad. All right, let's go this way. Into town. We'll have to be careful about playing too many of the same cards. But we'll figure it out. Looks like we have 3 summons per battle. So we have a skill. We can deal some piercing damage. Probably on the dude who looks like he's gonna do some other damage. We get piercing on the guy. And then we can play another skill. We can switch. We have 2 block. We can gain some damage, and we're good. Here we are. You're gonna deal damage to my boar. It's gonna be fine. If my boar dies, we're all good. So I might want to like take damage with Vanadis first, then have the boar come out if we're in a tough fight. When the boar dies, we'll gain HP. Right? Yeah, the pet doesn't lose block. If the pet takes damage, all allies restore 5 health. And gain 1 connection. Okay. Yeah, so we probably are switching to the board too early, which is good to know. We want to gain block, play an attack, gain block, play an attack. I'm glad we were able to swap before or through all those. Okay. Unfortunately, we have poison on us for the whole battle. Great. Thanks to our lovely boar from before. Okay, you're going to deal some massive damage without fury even. That's crazy. We'll gain some block. We'll deal damage again. We'll gain some block. And we're out of energy. Right. But we're gonna gain some HP back. Fantastic. Okay. So we'll attack, gain block, attack, gain block, attack. That's the perfect way to do that. We're getting good hands. I like that we draw 5 cards a turn. No, sorry, 6 cards a turn. Oh, this feels so much better. Every character has a different amount of card draw too. These characters are very interesting. I will give the game that. It is quite hard to learn them. In comparison to something else, I feel like. But it is cool. I like it. We'll gain some block now while we can. Attack. And we gotta make sure they're not gaining too much fear. Although I guess we could have gone all out attack because all they were gonna do was shield. Similarly, all they're gonna do is shield. We don't actually have to care. If health damage is dealt. Oh, we need to deal health damage on this side. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. Cool, cool. Deal 5 damage to all enemies, or take him down. Deal 3 damage 2 times to all enemies. Interesting. Deal 3 piercing damage, inflict 2 breach. Okay, breach is piercing damage is increased. Right, yeah, that's just what that does, of course. Then deal 3 damage, deal 1 damage per breach. Okay. And then we can inflict poison on the enemy, restore 2 health per each poison on enemies. Okay, well, I got it. I got a little bit more. Hopefully we're not poisoned anymore.
Yes.
It was all Melanis's idea.
So you know like a lot more about this than the other characters.
I couldn't stop her.
Ah, good. So now what? Do the elves have to hold...
That would be
Why do you think I'm going to help them at all?
because it would...
Well, we'll see.
She's like a rogue, I guess. She's in on the plan, but only so much. We'll figure it out. I haven't taken a look at my items yet, I just realized. The troll helmet gives us 2 balm. I mean, that's actually not bad.
I've been thinking a lot about your confrontation with Melanis.
He let her poison Ingvar.
In many ways because of you.
You mean the alliance of the Heathland?
I
Ooh.
would even say perfectly. The dwarves would have been furious.
Right, and the war would have been over.
Forever? No. Ah, he was a wise ruler.
And I'm the one who told you about them.
Don't even...
Alright. We should take a look at what our bow does. So this just gives us penetrating attack, which deals 4 damage. and then has other side and deals 3 damage, or 3 piercing damage 2 times. Alrighty. That is good to know. We're learning here today. I mean, either way, we're probably gonna have to do some elite battle. I remember, like, some of these are elite battles. We have 10 more HP, we can gain our health back. Just remember not to play too many cards at the same time. So we might as well play this first. You're gonna taunt anyway. I'll gain a connection, attack, gain a connection, and attack. And now we're gonna, we're actually, we just have 3 poison on us permanently, it seems. That's just what the boar does to us from now on. Great. I'm going to summon the boar. And then we're gonna have the boar take damage. So we'll gain 1 strength, gain block, gain strength, gain block, and then attack. Cool. And then when the boar takes damage, even block damage it seems, we heal up. Good, we need that because the poison is apparently never going to go away. How long will this boar keep farting for is the question. Block. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if they gain Fury this turn. Not like terribly much anyway. The regen, I wish it like scaled more the more that you had of regen, because this looks like it's too big a part of my health bar. But it's a minor complaint. Deal 4 damage, 1 per additional breach. We'll do that. I could take you down. But we'll take 20 damage in the meantime. I'd rather just take the 20 damage and end that. And now we'll still keep healing on the boar attack. The poison isn't gonna do too much. So you're attacking with this, attacking. I mean, we could maybe have just won. Yeah, I think we could maybe just win. Them getting Fury and hitting my boar just doesn't matter. The boar doesn't die. We're very set. This feels so much easier to play. I think this is easier to play than our lovely Lycanthrope. Lycanthrope seems much harder. Gain 1 gold for each 20 gold you have. Interesting. And we start with a lot of gold. Okay, very interesting. Maybe you need the robber gear, if that's gear that you like to get. Clone a random card from hand to the draw pile. Draw 1 card of your choice from a randomly picked pile. Draw or discard. That's much better on the boar side, admittedly. I draw 2 cards of your choice from the draw and discard pile. Okay, I like this skill. Not gonna go poison just yet. I'm gonna go over this way. I'm gonna open this chest and then go to the other question mark on the more right-hand side. Dana of Purification. So it's a hand. Wait, it's a hand? It gives us a card. Remove all negative effects from Vanadis. Has another side to it. Remove all negative effects from the pet. Fair enough. Upon burning card, the pet gains 5 block. Okay, we can take that? But then we're never... Wait, we have 1 bow equipped, right? Yeah, and it just takes both hands. Ignore barbed is probably really important for Vanadis now that I think about it. Okay, well, if we end up facing worms, which we're probably going to this side, we might have problems. If we get rid of that thing. Wait, it went exactly as planned. We already got the helmet. Farmers more than 5 draw a battering ram. We didn't have to fight them. We just get the loot. Why do you kill humans? We don't want to kill you. Just get out of the heathlands to the frontier. These lands belong to the dwarves. Death awaits you here. Go to the sunny city. Let your elf friends shelter you. The elves are killing us too, and you well know it. Not our problem. Man, I think the dwarves and elves are just kind of like bad. A permanent 3 poison is so brutal. Okay. We have a lot to deal with here. You're the guy I obviously want to kill. We don't mind if they gain fury right now. Gain 1 fury, gain 1 fury. Yeah, they're not gonna like double their fury or anything, so we can play cards in any order. Though I suppose it's good practice to try to play in the correct order. Unless we really need to do something else. Which we don't. Okay, then before this guy taunts, we gotta take him down. I like that we get the drop on them. The board does deal a lot more damage. The board deals significantly more damage. If there's breach, we can inflict bleeding on you. We could attack, swap, gain block. Attack. Ooh, I could attack and gain more block. It gives all of you guys fury, but it's worth it, because like we'll take 20, but that guy will die. So we actually didn't take as much more. And then we have 12 and 18 to deal with. Wounded severely. If the enemy is the last of the squad, his strength is doubled. Maybe we don't want this guy as the last of the squad. Maybe we want to just take him out. So attack, block, attack, block, and then attack. And we'll manage. Okay, the boar is dead. You're attacking 7 times 3. This is where things get real. Attack, connection, attack.
If you like it.
Why are we dead? Oh, you just gained a bunch of strength because you got low. That's bad. We don't have the damage to kill you, so we definitely can't give you fury. Okay, that was awful. We survived?
On your feet after suffering such wounds?
We did survive. I'm gonna use this.
Don't spare consumables.
We need to survive. Further. Oh, you're gonna taunt now. You're just gonna ruin my day and taunt. I see how it is. Okay, and then we'll summon our boar back out. And we'll hopefully survive. You're doing stupid amounts of damage. Okay. Boar time. Boar needs to come back. Boar's gonna die like nearly instantly, but it'll be okay. I think we've unplayable. At the end of turn, just gain a wound. Wait, do we gain wounds whenever the board dies? Is that what's going on? Taunting, right? We have the taunting to worry about. We don't want you to die right now. So we're gonna chill.
You're off the hook.
At least we're gaining health. And then you're no longer taunting, right? So we can attack, gain block. This is 1 damage. This is okay. This does 8 damage. It doesn't deal 1 damage. It does 7. Why are you saying it does 8? We can block, and then we can take that guy down. Okay, now this is the only guy left. I think we're stabilized. We can heal. Whew. This is slightly tricky. Block, attack. Maybe don't die. I should have blocked first, that's for sure. The wound is bad. The boar is dead. I should have just attacked. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Let us inflict breach. Is that possible? Do piercing damage twice? I mean, it's good damage. If no health damage is dealt, we can get extra stuff, but we don't have to worry about all that. We're done. We survived the fight, and that was scary. Okay. Gain 6 block for each enemy that intends to attack. I like it. Restore 5 health for each enemy that does not intend to attack. That's interesting. Gain 1 strength to Vanadis and her allies. Okay, but I don't really have allies. Gain 7 block and 1 barb to Pet and his allies. Fair enough. Deal 7 damage. Increase connection by the value of health damage dealt. Deal 1 damage and additional 1 damage for each connection. Lose all connection. Ooh. That's interesting. You can strengthen connection in a hurry, but you can also lose it in a hurry. But it's only a burn card, so... Oh, but then you can make it not a burn card. Let's try it. We don't have boots yet. At the start of battle, inflict 4 weakness on all enemies. And we don't have armor yet. Increase maximum HP by 15, and we can get effortless. Return all burn cards to the draw pile. That's kind of cool. I like that card. At the start turn, we can gain evasion or bleeding. Let's take the boots of weakness. Let's equip that now. We got Dwarven Grog. The selling price of all items is increased by 30%. Right at the start of battle, we can gain armor per 100 gold. I mean, looks like we're a character that cares about gold for our item sets. I like the HP. If armor's more than 5, draw a battering ram. At the start of battle, gain 1 armor per 100 gold. So if we don't spend our money, we'll be sitting pretty. We could gain more armor, and then if we have 5 or more armor, we can get battering ram, and then battering ram probably just does damage equal to our armor. I don't know about that one just yet, but we'll keep the grog. Doesn't hurt. And then we can train, or we can train. Wait, we can only upgrade one side. Improvements for the pet or improvement. Wait, what does improving the pet do? The pet gains 4 barbed upon summoning. The pet gains an additional 10 block upon summoning. The pet brings a random potion. I mean, brings a random potion might actually just be stronger than like 10 block upon summoning. But I'm gonna take the boring option for now and see if we can try doing something.
Why did you voluntarily drink the poison?
Because you'd promised me the throne of the Northern Gate. I'm being honest and hiding nothing.
The alliance of the Northern Gate, the Heathlands, and the Rot. Also,
You drink poison on purpose?
Just even I.
All right, we're gonna. Yeah, I mean, she was in on it, of course. Okay, you got a boar. I got a boar. We can do this. We can sell items at a higher price too. So shops aren't necessarily useless for us. We can use them to do better. You're weakened to start with, which is great. When losing HP, you gain strength. That's horrible. That's horrible news. Well, we'll inflict breach. Then we'll deal damage. I don't know if I want to deal damage. Did I just play an attack? No. Okay. We're alive for now. Now he's gonna sit on his butt. Okay, now he's not gonna gain strength. Okay, right, because he's the boar. The boar just does that. Right, so we probably don't want to give this a bunch of strength. Does he keep all the strength of his boar or not? See, these are questions I would really love to know the answer to. If we don't deal damage to HP. I did this wrong. That's okay. The wounds that we have are bad. They're bad. 6 times 2 is okay. there's breach on the target, we can do more damage. Okay, so we want to Deceptive Strike first. We dealt damage because they have breach, dude. Then I guess we'll do that, and we'll just tank it for now. And then we can summon our boar. I like strengthening the connection straight away, though, honestly. And gaining this. We can wait for a turn where he's going to attack us. We're dealing a ton of damage. The breach plus exposed is working. Now we summon the boar. Now it's all about the boar. If left in hand, gain shatter. Well, I'll play a status. I'll play an attack. I'll play a status. I'll play an attack. And I'll play a block. We don't want to give him Fury, it looks like. It'll do too much. Vanadis is healing. Lost all our block, but it was totally fine. We play an attack. We don't care about the Fury just yet. So just in case, I'm gonna keep doing it. That would have been a much better attack, huh? Deal 1 additional damage per breach. Like, I think it's fine either way, but like, maybe think about that next time. Maybe don't give this guy a billion block either. One damage per breach. Okay, we instantly take him down. He's got 15 strength. Gain block. We're good. Expanded list of battle skills. He's got battle rage. Gains 1 fury for every fury gained. And he gained fury. Ya jerk. 38 times 2. I do survive this. Well, now it doesn't really matter how we play it. You're gonna take my boar out. 19 times 2. It's unfortunately still enough to kill her. I don't have a good way to deal with that. I think we're gonna die immediately. No. Yeah, I don't see a way around that. Yeah, there's just no way we're dealing enough damage. The poison really has kept us low. You know what I could try? We could try to restart the battle. See if we can do something different.
Options. That's all.
Yeah, let's try another option. Let's see. We have to deal health damage. Okay, so we know connection, this. Maybe we don't attack during this turn at all, really, right? And we just don't give them a bunch of strength. What if we play the patient game? If they never get strength, we're gonna be fine, right? Like, they're not gonna do anything except to apply brittle bones to us, apparently, which is annoying, but easier to get rid of if we're a pet. So we attack. Doesn't even matter if we play just attacks or not. But we're gonna play one of these anyways, so we might as well. Gain 1 shattered. Have all the block and healing gained from cards. Brutal. Good thing we don't really gain block or healing from cards. Doesn't really matter to me. So now we don't hit them this turn. We just literally don't hit them. We take the damage. We deal with it. They're not gonna have a lot of strength. Now we chill. Inflict 2 breach, so we can attack. Gain a connection. Deal lots of damage. Gain a connection. And then we can deal even more damage. Much, much better fight. Now we don't give him any strength. And we just summon our boar, who can probably gain some block. We'll play some status. Gain block. We'll play some status. We'll just not hit him. Don't give him all the strength. It's that easy. It is just that easy to beat this boss. Okay. Do 1 damage per connection. I don't want to lose all connection, actually. Believe it or not. I do get to take you out, but you get Fury immediately, which is super annoying to me. That feels personal. Berserker Warchief, 16 times 2. We do survive it, though. They don't have nearly the same amount of strength, right? So we attack, block, we attack, we block, and we're gonna take it just fine. Who cares if you're gonna have Fury regardless? So we attack, we block. 12 damage. I mean, it's not that easy. We attack. You have Fury, like, no matter what I do, right? So maybe, like, the idea is we just deal as much damage as humanly possible. This is 9 damage, this is 12 damage. I don't think our connection does, like, anything else for us in terms of damage, so let's just do it. Then my boar's gonna die, but we're gonna heal. You're only dealing 16 damage, despite having Fury, so something's wrong with you. We can attack. We can play at least 1 connection. Then we can attack. We can do 7 times 2. It's over. Easiest fight of my life. Never had to restart. Who even knows what restarting is? Excuse me. Upon being summoned, the pet gains 4 armor. Upon taking damage, gain 3 block. Interesting. Gaining more armor upon being summoned is interesting. Upon receiving connection, deal 5 damage to the enemy. At the start of turn, you gain 2 strength if you have connection. At the start of turn, inflict 1 frostbite on all enemies. Frostbite at the end of turn, deal 1 damage for each frostbite. Reduce it by half. When equal to 10, deal 20 damage and reset completely. That seems bad. Reducing frostbite by half and then getting it to 10 seems hard. And then you only deal 20 damage. Is frostbite like really easy to apply? Because this seems like a rare card that inflicts frostbite on all enemies, but it's just 1. That seems really bad. I start turn inflict 4 burning on all enemies. Burning's like a lot better, right? Yeah, frostbite doesn't like do anything else. Weird. I mean, not super sold on like any of these to be totally honest, but let's try the look to the future. Full pet synergy. And we don't have a ring yet. So what do we get from this? Lose 2 energy. Every 4th attack per turn stuns a random enemy. So that'd be hard to do because we lost 2 energy. Gain 2 evasion. When evasion is triggered, restore 10 health and burn 1 status card from the draw pile. I like that. Upon burning a card, increase connection by 1. Very interesting. The helmet's interesting. The rings are weird. I mean, stunning a random enemies. Bad on group fights, great on boss fights. Playing 4 attacks, we're not really like built for it. Let's try just increasing connection by 1. We already have a helmet is my thinking. So let's take the ring. Fragmentation grenade. Deal 9 damage and inflict 12 breach, which is evenly distributed among enemies. Okay, so we can make enemies take a lot more damage. Move all negative status effects from the owner and the pet. Burn all status cards. Okay, not bad. Return a burn card of your choice to the hand. Let's go with the Elixir of Purification. And then we can take the Bear Cape over the beer. At the start of turn, you lose 4 health and gain 1 strength. Nope. I'm going to keep the grog. And then we'll get more money, because that's what this character is all about. And then do we upgrade our rare? Is it ever wrong to upgrade the rare? Deal 10 damage upon receiving connection. Deal 10 damage to each enemy. Wait, that seems really good. Wait. Yeah, let me do that. Hold up. We gain connection easily. Wait. Huh? That's amazing. Okay. Super, super good. Now, this is going to be a longer learning session, so I might have to cut this run up halfway in between, but that is not this day. this day, we go to the right. And we don't eat the scary flower. Don't chew on the leaf. It can hurt you. It can hurt you badly, and we're already poisoned. I don't need to chew on more leaves. Hello, orc friendly guy. The shaman says primordial spirit steps through the wisdom. I mean, smudge your pet with incense. Let's try that. How's our pet like it? It won't work on your pets. Smudge the boar. You need to add it to boar leg. Where do I get it from? A boar. How do we cut one off your pet? Who we're going to smudge it on then? A three-legged boar? Okay, so pet didn't take. Let's go all the way to the right. One of the most famous and respected goblins. Hey, Gorbagon. We recognized him. Yes. Now you can't tell you two apart. Oh, it's Grum. Oh, we don't actually recognize him. Okay. Well, time to do an elite fight.
Looks very similar to him.
Okay. Thankfully, we don't take damage from spikes, and we're in the worm-infested area, which is why we kept our bow. When the target is severely wounded, deals double damage. Gains armor and poisonous spikes. When armor is lost... if poison spikes deals damage to HP, inflicts poison. That's not great, but we can actually deal damage indirectly. So, like, joke's on you. Joke's, like, super on you. Now, we're gonna have to, like, switch pretty fast off of the boar here. But, for now, I'm pretty happy about this. We can't play skills, huh? You monster. Gained connection. Anyways, despite you being annoying. You're dead.
Fight fair. That's good.
You're not gonna die? I say we swap to the pet then. Because the pet can kill you. And whenever we deal damage, we get connection, and she's just gonna deal more damage. This card's insane. We somehow picked the best synergy of all time. We wandered into it. Or honestly, not even synergy, just like the best card of all time, it feels like. You're making it so I can't play skills.
And calm down.
You gotta stop that. Increase block gain from cards, value of agility. Negate the next debuffs. Okay. Well, I don't care about your debuffs, really. Draw a random card of our choice. Let's take a jab. If health damage is dealt, we can deal attacks. Deals 5 damage. We can maybe gain connection somehow. This Goblin Shaman is not attacking me, though, and I kind of need him to, because that's how our lady gets health, and she's poisoned, because infinite poison is just a thing we got to deal with. You gain connection if the pet takes damage, right? If the pet doesn't lose block, if the pet takes damage, all allies gain health and... Yes, okay. So yeah, we're going to be wanting to build up our block as much as possible, it looks like. This is scary. Gain connection. Let's build up our block quite a lot here. And then when we take damage... Yes, we strike with lightning from the sky. We're invincible. It's as simple as that. We're just invincible. Now, they have no breach. But that's okay. We can change our tactics. Is there something that gives us connection? Does jab give us connection? Wait, what does jab do? No, I don't. Can I read what jab does? Yes, deal 6 damage other side. Okay, good. Good. What does upgrading the thing do? Gain 1 connection and restore 5 health. Oh my goodness. Thick-Hide might be very worth upgrading. Wow, all these cards are like actually good. Man, it's nice to play a character that has good cards. Now, I don't want to die with my boar per se. Oh, they were going to die anyways. Okay. I don't know what's gaining me connection. Oh, when I attacked them, they attacked their spikes, and so they dealt damage. Oh, and you summoned this turn. Instead of probably doing whatever buffs you were thinking about doing. The boar has the poison. So, but if the boar takes damage, we honestly were better off just attacking the spike boys to deal damage to this guy. Because, like, it deals damage to everybody. And then we don't take anything. And now you have to summon again. But the boar is dead.
Did you not die?
And now you have 23 health, but that actually is a considerable problem for my lady without strength. She's been strength sapped significantly. And you have ward, which is like your big problem. But I have connection. I don't deal any damage. Are you kidding me? Wait, we can move all views. I thought I removed all negative statuses. Why do we still have minus strength? I'm sorry, why do we still have minus strength? 14, 14, and 12 times 2. So 24 times plus 28. That's enough to kill us. Okay. Well, let's do the smart thing of restarting the battle. We're learning. I can't believe we were 2 away. Yeah, they stole my strength, but then like resetting my statuses doesn't get rid of the negative strength. I'm not sure I follow. Probably should actually just like breach this guy first turn, because if we apply, no, he's got a ward. You can't apply breach to him. Of course, it's not that simple. We gain a lot of connection. Then we can't play skills. So then we switch to playing attacks. And then if we attack here, you all die. And we can draw cards. Yes. I drew a bad card, but that's fine. Let's start the battle. Steals strength and agility. Deals damage and inflicts exposed. Also gains helpless effect when taking damage to HP. It changes to stun. Okay. So we gotta deal damage to your HP. And then you'll be done.
Let him rest a bit.
So we stunned you. And now you cry. Okay, we're -1 strength on the boar though. Can we gain strength from a card? I wanna do the card that gives me strength. Thank you. We're doing okay, but we need to gain more connection. Which we'll get when they attack us, but it's not like gonna be super good. Gain attack, gain 1 strength. Wait, when we attack, right, we take damage. And then if we attack again, they take damage. Now, our boar's gonna probably die here, no. Not gonna quite die. Gonna be very close, though. Still. Can just gain strength. Maybe gain some block. Not sure if it's gonna matter. They're gonna go down soon. We're so close to taking out the shaman. I need to not die to the poison that I have. Gain 1 block per connection. This is plus 17 block. This is perfect. And then we just attack the worms until the goblin dies. Perfect. Easiest battle of my entire life. That was amazing. Okay, burn all cards in hand, draw 3 random cards, and then... Sorry, draw 3 random burned cards. Oh, and then this is the one. Reduce the cost of 3 random burn cards by 1 until they are played. Okay, or we have another talent we can pick up. Reduce the cost of all cards by 1 until they are played. Upon playing any card, deal 3 damage to Vanadis. Or we could do the same thing to the pet. it's fun having an archer with a boar, but I don't know if I'm ready to reduce the cost of cards until played, and then take damage for them instead. Though if we do that on the pet, wait, reduce of all cards, cost of all cards until they're played upon playing any card, deal 3 damage to the pet. If we play block cards, they're free. We take damage on the pet. That gives us connection, which then does 10 damage to the entire enemy team. This is it. We take this skill, but we want to play it on the pet. Oh, genius. Okay. Increase maximum HP by 10 at the start of battle. Clone 2 random talent cards. Oh, and we could stack the... We could stack the talents. We don't have enough energy to effectively stack the talents, but like, if we get there, it'll be so good. Maximum HP by 10. When losing HP, gain 1 strength and 5 block. I mean, that's actually pretty good because we have... this could be a way for us to scale as well. I think I'm going to go for the armor scaling, armor vengeance, because we're going to lose HP from the poison. A worm spike is gain 2 armor and 6 barbed. And it's also part of like goblin stuff. You can inflict bleeding, attackers barbed. Nah, we don't care about barbed. We're going to keep our dwarven grog. And then we can buff the talent, dealing 1 damage to the pet. It's so much better. Upgraded. It also costs less. Yeah. It also costs a lot less. And then we could play both of these. That's so good. Okay. We have the synergy we need. We're going to go, I think, to an item shop. We can go to the altar too, but the altars like also require money, and we can get more money from going to a chest and then going to a shop and selling our goods. Status boots. When inflicting expose, inflict 1 weakness on an enemy. I guess we take it. We can sell it. Go to a shop. And then we can trade with an orc. And the orc is selling demonic armor, which looks a little different than I remember. Increase maximum health by 50 at the start of turn, gain 1 block per expose. No, it's always the same. It's funny that that one's the same. Armor of the Crimson Steps. So we could go full Crimson. We could actually go like full Crimson Steps. Like in a big way. Or we can go full spiked armor. Increase maximum HP by 10. Playing 3 attacks in a row reduces the cost of cards in hand by 1 until the end of turn. That's incredible. What am I wearing? Inflict 4 weakness on all enemies? That's pretty good. This seems incredible, though. And then we just picked up armor, but upon taking HP damage, gain 2 strength. Isn't that just... We'd gain strength and block, but we could gain 2 strength instead. Wait, I like these armors better. We gotta do that. And then... I'm down to... sell Sadist boots. I'm down to sell the Thundering Mountain helm. I'm down to buy the armor of the Crimson Steps. Because again, we're going to be losing HP to the poison. The poison was actually... It's actually genius. It's... It's actually just the most intelligent thing you've ever heard of. We can also remove a card. I don't mind removing a punching, because these are no longer our main damage sources. Upon burning a card, we increase our connection by 1, 2. That's how we were also getting connection, when I didn't realize how we were getting connection. Okay, we're going to get rid of punching. Those aren't bad, but they're not like what we need. And now I think we can just put on the boots and the armor and we'll be happy. And you can't do that on stuff that's equipped to you, which is super weird. You should, like, I guess always unequip stuff before visiting a vendor. That's a weird nuance thing. Yeah, because you can always unequip something. Yeah, I guess just unequip it before visiting a vendor. You just can't. Like, I figured you would just ask you if you want to sell something that's equipped to you. But I guess not. And then, sure, yeah, why not? Let's go all the way down to the right here. We could train our pet even further. I mean, I like training our pet even further. I gotta say. And then finding a random potion every time our pet comes out. Or is that just right now? That's just right now. Okay, well, fair enough. That's what I thought it was initially, and then I thought it was something different, but now we've rediscovered that I was right the first time. Revenge, responsible for him not becoming the governor. Oh, new helmet. We did mistake Rum for you. Says you who killed him? Yes. So yeah, we saved him. No, you ruined my political career. No, not all is lost. What was the next election? Never. Okay, that not all is lost didn't work. But we did kind of okay. If we give this guy what he wants later, we'll be in good shape. Now, what do you have? Excessive amount of block explodes, dealing damage to everyone on the battlefield and stunning the owner. Okay. You're going to be gaining block. You're going to inflict disarmed, which is going to remove my attacks. You need to die because you're a goblin, and goblins just do a massive amount of damage immediately. We don't have our clone card yet. We don't have our skill. I'd like to upgrade trump card, I think. Deal 5 damage. If there's breach on the target, inflict 5 bleeding. There's not. We don't have, like, anything good to do first turn, to be totally honest. I don't know why that took off ward. Are we doing something when we hit now? Playing 3 attacks in a row. This is all cost of cards by 1, so we might as well have done that. Okay, that's right. We should play 3 attacks in a row. Totally forgot about that. Now we're gonna gain strength. We have so much more HP to deal with. I love it. And then we can do this. It's the best card of all time. And then... Well, I guess first we gain connection. Then we, like, transform. We do Toxic Touch. And then whenever we play a block card, we take damage and gain connection. Like, it's actually the most synergistic thing of my life. You don't take indirect damage, all non-targeted attacks, which I guess this counts as. Toxic Touch. Pet takes damage on playing cards. It's so unbelievably good. Now, we're not gonna die just yet. Wait, are we gonna die? The orc is dead.
That won't help him.
This is a little bit hard, but we can play Thick Hide. It's so good. It just does damage to you. I mean, it would do damage to you too if you weren't just immune to that sort of stuff. Annoyingly. But you are. But we got rid of you. And you took a bunch of damage. Gain strength whenever receiving HP damage. Loses strength. So we actually need to hit you at some point. What if we hit you now? You received HP damage, but that didn't count. Sure. That's fair, I guess. Maybe. I don't think that's particularly fair, but we'll allow it because I have no choice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have connection. We gain more connection. You're so dead. We can summon our boar back soon.
Another one.
This goblin looks hard, but we can just, like, gain connection. Deal 13 damage. We just get a billion connection. You're alive still? How is that possible? I honestly didn't see that coming. But we do have a lot of connection. When we do summon our boar back, you're dead. You're gonna summon worms. Do I have to, like, keep killing all the summons? What's going on here? Okay. No. The answer is no. But if we did, I was ready. 1 strength of Vanadis in our allies, or we can, if some enemy has breach, add 2 breach to the other side. Gain 2 block per 1 breach on enemies. Deal 8 damage, draw 1 card from the discard pile, or deal 8 damage, draw 1 card from the draw pile. Okay, that's not bad either, because we have free cards don't you forget on the boar. The boar's got free cards, at least for a while, until we play the talent, and then the talent goes away if the boar ever dies. But the boar is like so good if they have the talent on. Okay. I'm so excited about our combos that we've just gotten. If some enemy has breach, add 2 breach. I don't like this. Yeah, this seems bad. This seems like a card not worth taking, but maybe breach is better than I think. Vampire boots, or a berserk axe, or a worm head. Let's take the worm head. They look like they'll be valuable. What does the magic feather do? At the end of turn, Vanadis lets her pet restore 4 health per each energy left. Nope. Wait, Vanadis and her pet restore 4 health for each energy left. Actually might be useful right now. Honestly, we're not going to like worry about the Dwarven Grog too much. Let's take the magic feather. And then upgrading trump card is probably like the way to go, right? Yeah. Upgrade it to cost 1. Make it infinitely better. And then if we could ever get this alongside our talent, oh boy, we're going to be in great shape. Okay. Now we can improve the pet again. And they can get barbed, or we can just find a potion, or we can, yeah, gain more block. Upon pet summon, gain 10 more blocks. So now we should have 20 block every time the boar comes out by themselves. Like, they'll be providing 20 of their own block. You have barbed, but, like, I literally don't care. We'll take you down. And then we'll save the finale for next time, I think. That's got to be the way. Okay. Breach, breach, breach. Does anything have breach? You do. Then if we play enough stuff at a time, we'll be in decent shape. Connection. We'll play an attack. All right. Well, you had enough ward. Good job. But we can gain a lot of connection here. We can draw a card from the discard pile. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. Should not be intermixing my cards. You've made me weak, which is fair enough, but now I just play this card. And then we summon our boar. And then we have Toxic Touch. and then you're dead. You're so screwed. Okay, deal 7 damage if damage is dealt. Get a jab. It's just the most perfect synergy. I'm so happy I saw that. I did not think of it at first, but like, now that we've seen it, I can't unsee it. 3 cards, just gain block that deal damage. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Plus, we're gonna restore health for our magic feather. You're nearly dead already. You're almost out. You thought you were in, but you're nearly gone. And what is this? A worm? You think a worm matters? Where's our talent? Everything is reduced by 1 cost, right? Did you make everything increase by 1 cost? What happened? Why are these all expensive?
What was he expecting?
Oh, because it's just the first time the card's played. Okay, so it literally is the first time the card is played, not like every time. That's unfortunate, but like you're still gonna take damage. Have fun with that. You attacking my board just is not good. Okay, so now everything's not free, but like the initial idea is still there. It's still good. Like there's nothing wrong with the idea. We still absolutely destroyed them. That's wonderful. Okay, reduce maximum health by 20 until the end of battle. Gain 1 immune and 1 extra summon. I mean, I have never gone into using all my summons. That seems too hard to do. Fire Master. At the start of turn, take 2 damage and inflict 8 burning on all enemies. The effect stack. attacks. So we take more and more damage, and then alternatively we could have a fire pet. When attacking burning enemies, deal 5 damage to the pet and increase the target's burning by 8. Okay, I can see how that might be good, but we're not into that. Gaining an immune and an extra summon is neat, but maybe I don't think that's that good. Gain immune for 1 turn and 1 weakness. Gain immune for 2 turns and 2. I mean, I can see Knowledge of War being useful. Immunity is good. We could take the spiked helmet. Once again, the game is offering me options. What do we have as our ring? Upon burning a card, increase connection by 1. Honestly, not the worst synergy with what we have. The Troll Amulet, we just gain 5 Balm. And then exposed damage taken... Increase exposed damage taken by 100% for everybody. So that includes my board, that includes me. Yeah, I mean, I'll just take, like, the Troll Amulet, I guess. Seems good. And then we can add a Fragmentation Grenade. Because that seems the way to go. High Goblin Collar. What does this do? At the end of turn, gain 6 block for each card in hand. We will almost never have that many cards in hand. This is all Goblin stuff. Now, this is all Robber stuff. Interesting. So if we had the Robber set facing this guy down, might be good. Okay, fine. But you can't, like, easily get the Robber set? I don't know. Let's just keep the health restore. And then we can make this a lot better. Gaining 2 immune seems solid. Like, if I have to gain immune, I'd like to gain 2. Okay, I think we'll call it here. I'll pick this back up next time. Maybe we'll get another starter run in if it goes real fast. Or I'll play it and we'll see how long it takes.